You have never told that story about what happened in Savannah when I drowned.
I don't know how me and Susie would have made it had not Mom and Dad given us both moral and financial support over the last 8 years.
I could have been just a history note in your lives. Say, well, we had an older son, and his name was Franklin Hill, and had he lived, he could have done this. But you and Mother prayed, and the Lord heard your prayer, and I'm living today because of your prayer of faith.
All my life, I never once said to anybody, for any reason, that I was a man.
About 8 years ago, I stepped out on my own outside of our tradition, and it was very difficult.
And I said, Dad, why don't you tell the story? He said, well, I don't want anyone to assume that I think my prayers were the only prayers prayed for you to be given back to us.
I called my dad to check to make sure, as my spiritual guide, whether or not what I was doing as God's call on my life, to follow it.
It kind of shocked me because I've heard a lot of men say that, but as I talked to Roland that day, I realized I'd never said it in my life to anybody, and Roland said he's never said it to anybody.
I'm glad Byron brought that out. I don't ever remember ever saying to anybody I'm a man. It was just an understanding that that's what I am, and I don't have to prove that to you or anybody.
We never had to ever say it to anybody because you always made us feel that you were and that we were. There was nothing to discuss.
He asked me a few questions. He said, son, are you angry? I said, no. Son, are you bitter? No. Have you changed what you believe? I said, no. He said, then you need to do what God is telling you to do.
I'm here today because of some prayers you prayed when I was about 12.
And so I just like to publicly thank you for giving us a legacy of feeling that we were men, because you never said it. We never heard you say it. And thank you so much for passing it on to us as your sons.